You want to grow your channel and you have big ideas, so you have to play the YouTube game. Before you can break the rules, you've got to know what they are or you'll get nowhere. But what are the rules? Well, that's what this video is all about. Hello, I'm Ian. Welcome to my channel. Now, just take a look at the number of views this video has attracted. Exactly. Far be it for me to lecture you about how to make it on YouTube. I'm a very, very long way from hitting the big time, but I've done a lot of thinking since starting my channel 3 months ago, and I want to share those thoughts because, well, they may well resonate with you. When you start out, you watch a lot of videos and you immediately have two very big questions, at least I did. One, what is my niche and how do I find it? And two, how the heck do I get anyone to watch my videos? You want to find your own path and you don't want to simply copy other people. Indeed, there are some people, aka Mr. Beast, that you probably couldn't copy unless you've won the lottery at least twice. But my goal is to find a way of making highly original content. I really don't want to follow tried and tested formulas, but I don't yet know what that originality is, and I've realised there's good reason why the successful channels use that formula. You pretty much have to follow it if you want to succeed. And the first rule is speed. Create quickly. That pesky algorithm demands that you push content out at a fair old rate. If you can do one video per day, well, that's probably a bit too quick. Don't aim for that. But as a rule of thumb, I suggest you should try to put out one video per week. Now, have I achieved that? Nope. But I know that I must try to. So if you're starting out, or if you're still small to the point of insignificant, just get something out there. Anything. You know, talk to your camera or your phone and upload. Don't dwell on it too much. Just upload, upload, upload. Now, I have two caveats to that and one concern. So let's just look at those. The first caveat is that you must follow the YouTube regulations. They're simple, really. Don't use anyone else's material. Make sure it's your own original material, or if you're using music, pictures, etc., that you've got the rights to use it. There are copyright-free places all over the place. It's very easy to lift a scene from a film here or a commercial music track there. Some people seem to make entire films by using these, but my advice is don't do it. You really do risk being shut down. And my second caveat is be nice. YouTube is full of friendly faces and I think we all have a responsibility to keep it that way. Don't use hateful speech and don't leave hateful comments. If you're making your own videos, you should accept positive criticism, but the really nice thing about YouTube, in most instances, is that the smaller creators support each other. At least, that's been my experience so far. If you want to swear at people and call them names, there are plenty of other platforms for that. And my one concern? Well, I can't really see that half the world's population uploading YouTube videos every couple of days for the sake of the algorithm can be that good for the planet. I think there are something like 200 million billion videos uploaded every second, and the power required for this must run into the mega gigawatts. I simply cannot see that, that's a good thing. But, everyone flies, everyone drives, everyone tries to separate out their plastic rubbish from their glass. So, well, let's not concern ourselves with this for now. Let's stay positive. If you want to get noticed on YouTube, you've got to keep uploading. Now, my second rule is written in stone. Watch any of the How to Succeed on YouTube videos and you soon understand why this one is so important. It is attract. Titles, pictures, hooks. You can say the wisest, funniest, cleverest things. You can produce the most gorgeous, well-lit pictures. But if nobody watches, that work is all in vain. I hate the idea of falling into line, following the crowd, doing what everyone else does, being told what I have to do. And what's worse is that I'm not the sort of person who shouts, "Look at me!" But the simple truth is you have to bite the bullet and shout. Your audience has options, lots of options. They want to see something relevant to them, but you have to give them the chance to find it. Think of it like this. It's not their job to connect with you. Right now, they don't even know you exist. But they're out there, somewhere, I hope. It's your job to find them, and you do that by attracting them to you. You need them to click on your video. So your thumbnail, Yes, spend time learning more about lighting, cameras, audio, editing, but first, learn to create attractive thumbnails. Look at this. Your audience, like you, will be presented with thousands of thumbnails and enticing titles that all say, "Watch my video, watch me." And as they scroll down, you need your thumbnail to jump out at them. So you need to master Canva or Photoshop or similar to make sure that yours stands out. Now, you know what I said about being nice to other creators? Well, you could make a really rubbish thumbnail to make sure that their video gets watched ahead of yours, but I mean, if you want to succeed, you know, it's a dog-eat-dog world. You've got to get that first click. End of. And that includes your title. Play around with typefaces, play around with design. Think about the word or the words that will quickly reel them in, and just go for it. I simply cannot emphasize enough how important this is. Look at the thumbnails that attract you and spend time learning what it is that worked on you. Likely as not, it will work on others. And make several versions and see which you prefer. Practice, practice, practice your thumbnails. Think of your title as an invitation to a party. You may be thinking that you don't want to go to that party, but wow, that invitation has just changed my mind, and I'm glad it did. Does that analogy work? 2, you need a hook. Your invitation has worked. Yeah, I'm sticking with this analogy for now. Your viewer has arrived at the party, and now you have to get them to come into the kitchen, give them a drink, maybe some peanuts. Check for allergies. Introduce them to someone you just know that they're going to get along with. Why? Because the last thing you want is for them to say, "Oh, no, I'm so sorry, but I have to leave. I've just had a call from the babysitter, and she's not feeling well. Sorry, gotta go." This isn't a video about how to host really dull parties, but you know what I mean. You have to make them want to stay, and this is the hook. Again, I don't like this. I'd far rather start a video with a meandering opening scene like some blockbuster movie, but this is YouTube. Your viewer will click away without a second thought unless you entice them to stay, just for a few seconds, 10, 15 seconds at most, and then another 20 seconds until they begin to like you or believe that you offer them something of value, until they decide that they want to stay at your party. That doesn't mean to say that you can bore them for the next 57 minutes. You still have to ensure your content is really worth it, but get them past those first few seconds and boom, you're looking good. And I think that's why YouTube folk speak quickly. You know, in the early days of speakies, when actors would speak at lightning speed, I think it was because celluloid was so expensive that they had to get the lines out as fast as possible. YouTube's a bit like that. I mean, digital footage is cheap, virtually free, but you need to get your message across before the audience get the chance to leave. So, that's attraction. Your title and your picture make up the thumbnail that promises your viewer your video is worth watching, and your hook confirms it. Skip Ads is a software developed by Steve Straw, and the way it works is quite simple. Imagine the Skip Ads sign coming up like this. Rather than allow your audience to click away, you get the chance to move it around the screen like this, making it virtually impossible for the viewer to click it. It can move automatically, and it can even leave the screen altogether. The result is that you take back control of the commercial that you paid for. Okay, you've attracted them with your thumbnail and you've hooked them in. Now you've got to make sure that you don't lose them. Skip ads may keep them watching the ads, and of course the commercials give the viewer the chance to give up on you, but in reality, if you provide enough value, or if you deliver in an entertaining way, or preferably both, you should be able to get your viewer to stay until the end and hopefully subscribe to your channel. It's psychology. I don't like it, but it has to be done. These are the YouTube rules. Oh, and there is just that one more rule. You should always give your viewer the chance to subscribe. And to do that, you need to imply that any future video that you create could be fantastic and you wouldn't want them to miss out. So how do you do it? Well, simple. You just say, subscribe to my channel. Thanks.